All right, we're going to go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Retro and Rare podcast, episode 24. Got shit in store for you whores galore.
What about Mango Monday?
We're done with that. There's only so many words with M that I'm able to fucking Manual Monday, Manic Monday. We did Michael Monday. We did Mamba Monday. This is episode 24, so rest in peace, Kobe Bryant.
Oh.
But we can't do Mamba Monday again.
I just came up with it.
So I did, but I just freestyled off the dome with it. Episode 24. I said something about whores and galore in store, so we're good. Now, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to talk about some topic suggestions that you guys sent in, which I appreciate every week when I ask that. You guys send in a bunch of shit, which is great. Doyle is late once again. I'm not going to get into it. That's fine. You did buy a new lens for your camera, which is great. Yeah, it had nothing to do with the lens that we use for the show. I was excited. You come, I got a new lens. You spent like $500. Say, we're going to use the lens today? No, bro, it's not for this.
This is for the game room tour.
Okay. As long as we could use it in some aspect. By the way, speaking of which, we are going to do a vlog entry on Wednesday. You committing to this on Wednesday? Give me verbal confirmation.
Yeah, but your sleep cycle's fucked, so I can't trust you either.
No, don't ever try me. I will wake up. You will be at my house by noon, or I am going to sever your main artery.
By noon?
By noon. Otherwise, I'm just going to, instantly when you roll up to my house, I'm just going to start fucking punching your car and just be here by noon. I think my boy fucking Eddie's coming over. So we're just going to do, we're going to start the vlog series, which, in my opinion, should drop every Wednesday. Every Wednesday is fine. Right? Okay. If you come here every Wednesday. So we're just going to do a day at the house. Then we're going to do some thrifting next week. Then we're going to do some pickups. We're going to just do this new vlog shit. It's going to be cool. I think people are going to like it. It adds to content. I realize Monday night show, it's not enough content. We need to do more. And I'm excited about it. So we're going to talk about some shit. I was just on eBay. I wanted to talk. Lately, I've been on eBay. I've been a little squirrel on eBay, sniping shit and doing shit and looking at shit. I did end up buying the Marvel Legends Venom figure. So they have a variant color of the Build-A-Figure. I know I'm supposed to be out of the figure game, but this is Carnage/Venom. So anything related to that I fuck with still. I still have a bunch of figures for sale. You just saw all that shit. I'm going to put those up for sale soon, so keep a lookout. But this was cool. Some guy got them early and was charging $46. I was like, damn it, these resellers. But the figure doesn't come out for a month and a half or a month. $30 retail price. You could pre-order it at GameStop. It's a GameStop exclusive. But he was charging $46 shipped, and it's going to be here in 3 days. I was like, I don't think, is it worth the extra money? I'm not, why would I? $30 on GameStop. $3.50 in tax or something like that, and $6 to ship.
But you talk shit about that.
Well, no, I don't talk. Hold on, give me a second. So, no, this guy's actually being kind of fair. $29.99 is the retail price for this figure, which is going to be a bitch to get, or maybe it won't be, but it's a GameStop exclusive. It's Venom. It's a variant. I got fucked last time with Punisher. So, $30, $6 in shipping, $3 something in tax. I'm at $40, am I right? Pretty much, right? I think it was $39.47, or it was right at $40. So for $6 more, I can get the figure, and it's a month early. No bullshit, no pre-order cancellation, none of that. Is that not worth it? Like, this guy, obviously, I don't know what happened. Jimmy fell off the back of the truck. I don't know what happened. All I know is his description is case fresh. So he was doing some erroneous activity, came up on some Venom.
That's Goodfellas shit.
Yeah, it's fine. What do you want, Lucky Strikes? Remember in Goodfellas with the cigarettes? It's all right. What do you mean it's all right?
Donnie Brasco does that too, right?
Bro, Donnie Brasco. Speaking of
what
which,
am I gonna do a truck full of razor blades?
with the coats. What am I gonna do with a bunch of minks in the middle of fucking summer? You don't want them? No, I didn't. I want them. Yeah. Speaking of movies, did you watch the Oscars last night?
I watched the highlights again.
Yeah, I watched it. Okay, so you know what? I'm starting to watch it now for content for the show. I was like, let me do the right thing because some people want to talk about it. This is mostly a video game podcast. We go all over the place, but the Oscars are the Oscars, right? And we have a lot of movie fans. So I typically don't give a fuck, nor do I really watch the award shows like that. But I'm like, there was a couple of movies that I actually watched this year, specifically The Joker. And let me see what's up. First of all, Hollywood is just so cringy and fake and corny at times. It's just... But I did like to see people like Brad Pitt got an award. He went up there and he was just being grateful. Like, you get to see the humanity in some of these people, which is cool. Joker won, so Joaquin Phoenix, he goes up there, gives his little kind of politically motivated kind of...
Yeah, I heard it was weird.
You know what, man? Look, I know some people disagree with that. This is never going to be a political podcast. That's not what this is. Your beliefs are your beliefs. It's wonderful. But what I'm saying is, I'm the guy that likes my shit separate. I'm the guy that's like, yo, just act in the movie, bro. I don't need your political stance. Hey, LeBron, just hit the jump shot. I don't really care about how you feel about XYZ. It's just not for me, man. But the problem I have with this is LeBron James is no more qualified than you to speak on certain shit, but it's because he's LeBron James, his voice is louder. That's not necessarily a great thing.
Yeah, but he won the moment.
No, but what does that mean?
That means that he has like a right to speak at that time. Whatever he feels.
He has a right to speak? Okay, but a right to speak, or does he have a responsibility to make sure that what he says is correct and with good intentions and well thought out and not emotionally charged? You got to be careful, man. When you're talking to fucking 8 million people at a time and 3 million of those people really take with what you say and like take it in and act on it, you got to be careful. So, you get up in a speech in Hollywood, Joaquin Phoenix, and he's talking and he's saying certain things and what we should do. I mean, everything is great on paper. We should help more people, be a humanitarian. Hey, Joaquin, did you not just get in your fucking Bugatti coupe? Like, and maybe he's not as flashy, but you know how much money is in that room? There's enough money in that room in the Oscars to change the world. I'm pretty sure most of them just got in their limos, went back to their mansions, went to a chic fucking post party of the Oscars, did some blow, and went home.
Well, one of my flat earthers said that they're part of Illuminati's.
Yeah, they could be. Yeah, fuck it. And the best part is, us normal people, it doesn't matter. So many people invest so much of their soul emotionally in that bullshit, and it doesn't matter. What are you going to do? Go outside and protest and do all this dumb shit? You still got to pay your fucking bills. Just be a good person and live your life and have fun. I don't understand. Anyway, we're getting way off track. The fucking Oscars. I watched some of it. Oh, by the way, Oscars. Oh, Eminem performance. Let's talk about that. Garbage. Fucking garbage, bro. Yo, Mike, you just being an Eminem hater again? Like, hello, God. Do you not... It's so crazy that people think that I'm an Eminem hater.
He did any throwback shit?
No, he did Lose Yourself, which is a great song. First of all, odd. I don't really understand what he's doing Lose Yourself for 15 years later or whatever it is. Okay, whatever. There was a tie-in. They did like a preview video. You know how they do that? Like, they show it on the big screen and then Eminem walks out. Okay, cool. First of all, his performance was horrible. His breath control and the way he performs, he had every other word, he was like letting the crowd say it. What, the crowd? Brad Pitt in the tux? Lose yourself in the moment. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I don't know. Eminem is just, I don't know what happened to him, bro. He's older. I don't know. I'm not hating on his, well, I am hating on his music. His new music sucks, but around that time, I was still fucking with Eminem. 8 Mile was cool, whatever. That performance was just, I was watching it like, oh my God, bro. I walked out of the room. I just went back and played some Marvel.
You don't give him credit?
Give him credit for what?
For being Eminem.
No, it's great, man, but so what? So your line of thinking is, as long as you solidify yourself as a legend, you're allowed to do fuckery. Example, Nas and Lil Nas X. You're cool with that.
I don't mind it. Like, I don't care. They can do it. I don't like it.
And that's where my complex comes in. So am I crazy? Like, do I care too much about certain shit? Is that my problem?
I guess music is your shit and you care about it. So.
Well, what do you care about enough that would annoy you if it wasn't done right? So, like, if an artist that I like puts out an album and it sucks, I'm upset. If a video game developer, it's weird, and I've said this before, I'm less on the video game shit. I know I'm a critic, and I know you call me a Russian critic. I don't know why. I don't know why, because are they overly critical about shit? I don't understand why you call me that. But anyway, if something that I'm passionate about comes out and it's not what I expect or what I think as fans we deserve or something, and that's the thing, deserve, right? Am I entitled, whatever? All I know is I'm not going to just go, well, that album really sucked, but I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm just going to go, good job, man, because I love you and I'm a fan of your work, so good. No. You're going to hear me say, no, that was bullshit. What the fuck was that? How come you put out this amount of work at this quality, but what happened now?
Yeah, but what legend came out with shit that you like that's doing good shit now?
Oh, well, you're right. The majority of them end up sucking later on in their career. Like, if you had a chart that showed, like, hip-hop albums and certain video games, but mostly albums, it's like incredible work, incredible. By the time they're at their third album, there's this weird, And some people don't make it past their first, but, you know, I don't care what anyone says, and I'll say it every podcast. Look at Illmatic and look at whatever Nas's latest work is. I mean, it's not just subjective anymore. It's like, no, we have to start talking about facts. Something is factually better. And I always say we get to hide behind our opinions, so whatever. Yeah, so I didn't like the Eminem performance, the Oscars. I guess what else will we get into real quick? I watched the XFL. Did you watch any of that?
No.
It was cool. It wasn't the greatest thing I ever saw, but it was different, and I think there's enough fans of football that want it year-round, and this helps kind of do that. But the original XFL, Vince McMahon shit, that was cool. They had chicks in hot tubs. They were doing crazy shit. The back of their jerseys said all this wild shit. This is way more tame. There was some pretty good plays, and they do some different shit, like a 1-point conversion, so it's closer. There's no point after attempts. It's just 1 point or 2 point conversion, and 1 point's close to the goal line, 2 points back further. So there's different rules. I didn't get all the rules, but I don't know. I watched, what was there, 2 games?
Oh, yeah, the
on.
kickoff is different too, right?
Yeah, there's all
onside kick.
Yeah, there's all kind of. But you know what? I appreciate them shaking it up. It looked good on TV. The jerseys and helmets and shit was cool. The broadcast was pretty cool. Lately I've been into different shit, and that was kind of different. I don't know that I'll be a diehard, and I don't even understand how a business like that can thrive and succeed nowadays. I don't get it. I'm not really sure I understand how they're going to even remotely compete with something like the NFL.
You watched it, though.
I did, but because it's new. A lot of people will, you could hype something up enough where you'll get the initial, but if the product isn't there, it'll tail off and fall out. That's kind of what happened last time. But you know what that got me thinking was I've been watching old, because I said Vince McMahon, I've been random late night watching old wrestling shit, old 90s wrestling, and you know what I was watching a documentary on, which I believe I've seen before, was the Montreal Screwjob. Do you know what that is? Bret Hart, Vince McMahon, Shawn Michaels, Bret screwed Bret. So you don't know about this. Can we? I know you know if I tell you. So towards the end of Bret's contract with the WWF, he was wrestling Shawn Michaels for like title and all this other shit in Montreal, and there was kind of this silent agreement that's like, I can't lose because Vince wanted Bret to lose, and he's like, bro, fuck you. I've been with you for 15 years, and I'm not losing in Canada, in Montreal, for my last match. That people didn't know was his last match, though, really. Because 4 weeks before, he canceled his contract with the WWF. But the agreement was you can't say anything about it. We'll just have a last match and we'll write you off. Okay. Well, Shawn Michaels, they wanted to be like, take the baton and be like the next big dude and blah, blah, blah. I mean, he was already there, but it was like a changing. And there was a silent agreement because they argued. But they finally came to a resolve where Bret's going to get, Shawn Michaels is going to get Bret in the sharpshooter, doing his own move, and then Bret's going to get out of it and get him into it, but then a bunch of people are going to run in the ring and just go ham, and it just spills out and the match doesn't finish. So Bret didn't lose, but it's over, right? So listen to this. So they're fucking doing the match. It gets to that part. Shawn Michaels gives him the sharpshooter, right? And Bret was about to get out of it to give it to him, and then the guys were going to run out or whatever. And in that moment, Vince was ringside. He goes, ring the bell, ring the bell. Like as if Bret tapped and he fucked him over. So that wasn't supposed to happen, bro. And that's where that famous video of the match ends right there. Even Shawn Michaels doesn't really understand what happened. And then Bret just gets right up. Usually after a wrestling match, they lay down. Oh, God. Yeah. And it takes a while to get up. They go to commercial. And if you're there live, they slowly get up and walk out. He gets up normal, like Bret Hart, not like he didn't just have and the match was a good match. It was a long match, and just hocks a big ass loogie in Vince McMahon's face, ringside. Just looks down and spits right in his eye. Big ass, bro. And afterwards, so Vince wipes it off. It does look a little bit like it's supposed to happen, but there was a weird vibe. And they have the cameras rolling in this documentary backstage. So Bret goes backstage, and he's sitting in his dressing room with his fucking son, who's like 10. Shawn Michaels comes in, and he's like, I had no idea, man. I'm telling you. He's like, fuck you. He was like cursing and like, you didn't know what you were talking about. He was doing all the fucking Canadian shit, bro. It was crazy. And Shawn Michaels was like, dude, I'm telling you, I was going to put you in the fucking thing. You were going to flip me over. We were going to have a crazy, everyone running the ring and it's over. Nope. Guess what happens though? Vince goes in there and the cameras like get whatever. Bret Hart knocked out Vince McMahon. Because the cameras came back in and they're like, what happened? He's like, well, I don't know. He's like, my hand met Vince's face. I don't know what happened and blah, blah, blah. And Vince walks out and he's like, he's all fucked up. He's like limping and he looks all fucked up. And the story is that fucking Bret Hart knocked out cold Vince McMahon. One shot.
You think it was all real?
No, this was serious. His wife, Bret Hart's wife, was outside of the locker room, like screaming at Triple H, and there was a couple other wrestlers that were there that were with Shawn Michaels. Like they were little kids. They had their heads down and like, we didn't know. And she's like, you know it. You know exactly. This is bullshit, bro. It was crazy. And Triple H was like, no, we didn't know. We didn't know that he was.
They're all getting money though.
Oh yeah, I know, but they didn't. But it really was like she was going at him, and they look like little kids. Here's Triple H, fucking 6'5", whatever he is. So anyway, once again, random off-topic thing, but I've been watching a lot of old school wrestling thing, and the other thing I've been watching was Chris Benoit. I'm not gonna get. I could do a whole podcast on that. I mean, that man killed his family. And dude, I watched a documentary where this kid like in depth went through his last like 5 matches because a lot of people think it's from CTE. He hit his head. His fucking finishing move or one of them was jumping off the top ropes and doing a flying headbutt into you. So it's like 12 to 15 years of that. This man snapped in his house and killed his fucking wife and his kid and left the body there, then killed himself like a day too later. Like, Chris Benoit, that's why West Side Gun has the third eye with Chris Benoit, because it's the thing behind it is like he'll kill anything. Not a good thing, but it's I'll kill anything. Like if you're crazy enough to kill your wife and your kid and kind of stash the bodies for a couple days, and people were like, we had no idea. Like people snap, bro. Sort of like how I might snap on you one day when this podcast isn't where I want it to be due to your fuckery, showing up late. Buying camera lenses. You spend $600 on a lens that we can't use for the podcast. It might show up on the vlog.
I Stone Cold Stunnered somebody though.
Did you?
Yeah.
I did that in middle school and got out school suspension for it. I kicked the kid right in his stomach and he bent over and I went straight 90-degree angle and I remember my ass hit the ground. I bruised my tailbone and when I felt it hit the ground, I pulled the kid's neck as hard as I could. And he flopped over like fucking Vince McMahon. And then I got in his face and I was doing the finger thing. And next thing I know, fucking gym teacher I'm not a big kid, but I was fucking 13, 12. Kid just picked me up, slammed me into the brick wall.
He saw the whole thing?
Bro, I got out school suspension. Greatest week of my life, by the way. I just chilled at home and played fucking 64 and PS1 for a week. It was fine. Totally worth it. What's up, Bill Werner? You want another one? Alright, motherfuckers, you know what time it is. It's time for item of the day. Today's item, Dreamcast arcade stick. I don't have any cool theme music. I wish I did. This is one of my favorite fight sticks ever. It is Japan only release. Wonderful quality. We'll get some B-roll footage there from the great Doyle. It's got the clicks. Crispy. I don't think they're Sanwa buttons, but they're close, and they might be. I don't think they are. Love this fight stick. People need to realize if you own a Dreamcast and you like fighters, you must own this stick. It is amazing. You could probably, if you're good, what do you think? $75 if you're good, $60 on a real good day. Find it in good condition. Most of them are shipped from Japan, which is a bitch. It takes forever. Totally worth it. The reason why I made this item of the day is EVO is coming up. EVO is the major fighting competition series. I am a huge fighting fan. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I am not like super into competitive fighting like that. I know I brag and I joke that I'm the best Marvel vs. Capcom 2 ever. I'm undefeated, blah, blah, blah. I never was in a competition at that level, and which is fine. I mean, I'm not claiming I could beat any of those guys, but Marvel vs. Capcom 2, many consider, I consider. Are you on that train? It's the best of all time, right, Fighter? Or no?
Yeah, I mean, it's not my personal favorite, but it's
What's
good.
your personal favorite?
I would say Marvel vs. Capcom is
You
mine.
like it better than Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
Yeah, but that's just personal shit.
But why,
like,
though?
I kind of grew up with that.
Oh,
more,
just
you know?
nostalgic shit.
Yeah, but
See,
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is better.
Okay. It's hard to, I'm blinded by nostalgia with a lot of my choices in certain games and stuff, or not admitting that a game is shitty. Like, I always go off about, like, X-Men vs. Street Fighter on PlayStation. I love it. Well, if you're an elitist fucking fighter nerd, you're like, yeah, frame rate, textures, all that shit. I get it, and you're right, but it doesn't mean I don't like the game and I'm not going to play it. The reason I bring up the Dreamcast, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, a lot of people think that that's the best version, even over the arcade. Now, if you want to get nuts about it, there are certain slowdown moments in the arcade version that for some reason doesn't happen in the Dreamcast version. It plays a little faster. There's certain, people that are nuts. And I know I've criticized those kind of people, but here's where the criticism stops. When money's involved and it's your job and it's competitive, it's a good idea to look for, this one has a millisecond. That might be the difference between you winning 30 grand or whatever. So they've added Marvel vs. Capcom 2 back into the competitive stage. So people are going nuts right now, which, I don't know if that's going to spike up the prices even worse for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen the PS2 go for like 90 now.
That's crazy. And thank God I own every single version of that game that you can own. They didn't make a physical box for the Xbox 360 one, right? I have the PlayStation 3 Did they make? I don't think they did, because I don't think so, right? I know they had a digital version. Now, apparently, the digital version, PS3 version, people like to play, but there's an issue. Oh, and what made me think, speaking of fight sticks, the Neo Geo X, you know what that is? I think I explained that to everyone. That's the all-in-one with the mini handheld that sits in the clamshell AES system. That controller, which is the Neo Geo Fightstick, the standard one, but this one has a USB at the end of it, bro, works on PS3. I don't know what the fuck, why I even tried it the other day. I don't even know what I was thinking. I wanted to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on PS3 out in the living room. I have the digital version. That's where my PS3 is. Well, I plugged it in. I don't even know. It was weird. I think I meant to grab the Sega stick I have, which is for the PS3. And I don't know what I was thinking. I grabbed the Neo Geo and I sat down and went, oh, wait, this is the wrong. But I'm like, wait, the controller's moving. Problem is, it only has the 4 buttons. So it doesn't have a 6-button setup. I played Marvel vs. Capcom with it, but there was something missing there. But other fighters, more of SNK or, Fatal Fury type shit, King of the Fighters, those ones you can get away with that. I just think it's cool that that works on the PS3. They didn't design it for it, but the software works or whatever. So, in conclusion, I am excited that EVO has Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I don't know. There's some fighting game convention coming to Orlando soon. It's just strictly for fighters, but I refuse to go because the headlining thing is Smash.
That's good.
No, it's not. What is so... we need to end this fucking... I can't do this anymore. I need you to tell me why Smash is Smash. What's so great about it? Why do people talk about it so highly? Because I swear to God, I honestly feel in my heart it's the most overrated video game franchise of all time.
It has a lot of video game characters.
So is that why? So it doesn't... So if you replace those characters with random Japanese cutesy characters that no one heard of, nobody would play Smash, right?
Exactly.
Right. And so that's okay, though? So that's the problem I have. So the game itself, the mechanics, the fight style, the scoring system, it's kind of weird, not fun. Like, I don't know. I can't really put my finger on why I don't like it, but it nowhere compares to like a serious 2D fighting game. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or even X-Men vs. Street Fighter or Alpha 2, Alpha 3, Third Strike, just like a fighting game, you know?
You say Mortal Kombat is more of a fighting game than Smash?
Yeah, and I'm not a huge fan of Mortal Kombat because it's more simplistic. And I mean, the new ones are cool, but the old ones are.
What about Primal Rage compared to Smash?
Oh my god, bro! You and Primal Rage. I don't. The Primal Rage is cool because when I was a kid, I played it. I had it on Game Boy, had it on Genesis.
You think they have that in EVO? I'll go.
Yo, Primal Rage, old school. I mean, I don't understand the thing with Smash, bro. I just don't understand it. I don't understand why people adore it so much and speak so highly of it. And when you get into a conversation with them, it ends really early. They're just like, oh, I just played it a lot back in 64, and then I played Melee, and then it got into competitions, and then people started exploiting glitches, and then people started thinking they were really better than what they were, and then they were like, oh, then all the hype beasts kind of flooded it. It's like, wow. Does no one else see that besides me? Is that my superpower, to just see fuckery before everyone else?
I mean, I'm not on the competitive level, but I play for fun. It's good.
And once again, I don't have a problem with that. And just like anything that I don't like, it's never really out of left field where I just come out of nowhere, wake up in the morning, start screaming that Smash sucks. It's through my travels, I've spoke to so many people, some people that just randomly, unprovoked, hit me up and saying how I can't be a real gamer, a real fighting fan, a real XYZ. I don't have a Switch. I don't have Smash. And it's like, guys, do you realize that no one's taking any of you seriously? That's true. Like, having Smash Brothers in no way makes you a legitimate fighting fan. Like, I can't believe people think like that, bro.
You have the 64 version. You can play it.
Yeah, I don't care. I got it because I got it. I don't know. It's not a game that I play, man. I like the 64. I don't like that game, but I like the 64. It's a fun thing. All right, give me a topic. We got time.
All right, so we got scumbag resellers.
Well, in reference to what? Because we've talked about this. My stance on scumbag resellers is this. You go thrift shopping. You find something that's worth $100 that you paid $3 for. There's no problem there. Because it's new, or it's not new. Like, there's knowledge, and there's knowledge involved in new shit too. But going to Walmart and buying every single Legends figure that's going for double on eBay, you're not a hustler, you're not a tough guy, you're not cool, you're not smarter than anyone. It's just a shitty thing to do, because as a collector, I deserve the opportunity to buy that at a retail price. Because the only reason why it's more than retail is you've affected the market by grabbing them all up first.
But you just bought the Venom thing.
But that was worth it. That's getting it early, and I'm guaranteed to get it. Because the dude has them in his living room and took pictures of them for eBay. So for me to pay $6 more than I would have had to have paid GameStop to mail it to me in a month and a half, it's worth it. You ever gotten an email from GameStop saying your order's been canceled due to inventory issues? I have. It's for $6, it's worth it. If the guy was charging $100 for the figure, I wouldn't do it. But that's different. That's like a come up. Like, I still don't know how that guy got those figures. But at the end of the day, you go to a thrift store, you find something, a PS2 game, you find Marvel vs. Capcom 2 at a thrift store for $2, complete on PS2, and you sell it for $85 on eBay. I don't have a problem with that. You know why? Because most people wouldn't know that that's something that's worth money like that, blah, blah, blah. That's worth money because it's 15 years old. There's not many fucking copies out there, blah, blah, blah. You go to Walmart and you buy a fucking Superman figure that's going for $20, but it's on eBay for $50. Not really even selling, just people are starting. It's only because you affected the fucking market by buying it all up, and then you think, fuck it, I'll throw it up there for $50. Then all of a sudden it sits there for 4 weeks anyway, and most people don't buy it. So at the end of the day, you're a scumbag if you are affecting the stock of a new product. I feel that way about sneakers too. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, well, Nike, unless it's a specific release of like a really important low number shoe. Like, if a Jordan Retro comes out, everyone in America should have an opportunity to buy it. Just pump more out at the factory. What are we doing? Oh, you want to put a X amount out so that the resellers buy up 70% of the stock and then triple the price? And then it's like, hey man, I just wanted those red and black Jordans. Now I can't get them unless I pay $400. They go for $170 or whatever the retail.
But the company just sold 100% of the shit they had.
Yeah, but you know what, Nike, I don't understand or really care what Nike's stance is on reselling. It's just, it annoys me, man. I'm a collector. Have I sold sneakers, resold sneakers? Sure. Have I resold video games? I mean, not as many, but yeah, systems and certain things, sure. Being a collector is what fucks with me. I'm such a passionate collector, and I'd like to see other people that are passionate about things get them. So, without having to fucking rape their bank account to do so. Every once in a while, I'll pay over sticker for certain things because I want it. And I feel guilty about it. I'm like, damn, man. I feel bad. I feel like I'm supporting like a shitty market. Anyway, speaking of going on eBay and all this shit, I want to talk a little bit about like a wish list thing. Maybe we'll talk about that next segment, or do we have time this segment?
Oh, we got time.
Okay, so I've been looking on eBay lately. Just every once in a while, I go through these fucking phases where I don't buy shit for a while. I buy shit, don't buy shit. And then, so I'm on eBay, and then the bidding ends in about 2 hours. Gran Turismo, which is my shit, right? I'm not so much a Bathing Ape fan. You know, I've had some Bape pieces back in the day. My opinion on streetwear is really, streetwear has been diluted through the years, especially I'd say the last 5 to 7 years. Over releasing things, too many people having too many limited pieces, hype beasts that aren't really passionate about it, buying up shit just to resell it. There's this like gray area where I'm not really fucking with streetwear like that anymore. I like that vintage is the future. Fuck all this streetwear Supreme shit. Now, if you have Supreme shit from 1997, like, okay, cool. But I saw this great Gran Turismo Bape hoodie that I knew came out about 1.5 years ago. And it was that they teamed up. There was an anti-social club, whatever. I don't fuck with that did a release too. But these, you know, it's Bape. It's retail $350, I think, for the hoodie. Some dude has it on eBay right now for $85 starting bid. Buy it now for $115, which is an amazing price. Now, I checked it out. I was really hardcore because there's so much fake shit out there. You got to really be careful, especially Bape and all that shit.
The shadows.
Yeah. I mean, the little fucking, there's the smallest minute things that make it. Now, this is such a weird kind of obscure release. I don't think there'd be too many fakes of this. I looked at the tags. I've looked at other ones that actually sold for $400 or $500 that are like legit, and they're all matched up. Now, I really like that hoodie. If I put a bid in for $85, in my opinion, I'll take it for the low. If I get outbid, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Because then, to me, that's how I work with it. If it's meant to be, there was no one else watching it, and it looks like he put it up for like it was only up for a day, or I caught the tail end of it. It's gonna end in about 2 hours. I about an hour ago put in a bid for $85. Somebody wants to go up $1. If I can get it 85, 86, 87, I'll do that. But I don't. The $115 is not a bad price. But here's the other thing: 100% feedback. He hasn't sold anything. He only bought something. He has 2 other Bape items that are up that are in the packaging from Bape. So they're t-shirts and they're like $100, $150. And then there's just random hoodie. Like it's just a dude in his living room, like threw it on his couch. You could see his stupid flip-flops. He took like, some of them are kind of not the greatest pictures. But I really want that hoodie, man. I've always wanted it. $85, I'm willing to risk it. You know, I don't know. We're going to find out, man. The other thing Gran Turismo related is there's Gran Turismo 4. There's sneakers they put out. You ever seen those? Nike. Gran Turismo 4, when it came out back in, 04, 03, whatever it was, Nike did a release. Remember the Shocks? Remember Nike Shocks? Remember the sneakers with the little springs in them? They're those. There's all black with a white check. There's all black with red stitching and red. They come in this, like, hardcore briefcase, like a metal briefcase with a Nike check and a Gran Turismo symbol. I mean, really dope shit. And they usually go 400, 500, 600. I've seen them 700. They get kind of crazy. Right now, a dude has one for like $299 or best offer, complete. And I'm like, what if I fucking, like that's something else that I'm watching too. Gran Turismo, see certain things, Carnage, Gran Turismo, Metal Gear Solid, those 3 things especially, I'm kind of crazy about. What's on your wish list? You got anything? That's what I'm looking at.
The new Pokemon shit.
But what did you get? Pokemon Stadium?
Yeah, Pokemon Stadium 2. Complete in box. So
did you do that the way you normally do it? You bought the box separate?
No. That one I had to get complete. The guy had it at a good price.
How much you pay?
$120.
I don't know. Is that good for that game?
Yeah, it's usually going for $200 now.
So Pokemon Stadium Oh, is that the gold cartridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that thing. I don't. I'm not a Pokemon guy. I would never pay any. But that's cool, I guess. You have anything else you're looking at?
Star Fox Weekend. Remember the letter?
So Star Fox Weekend SNES, which is a Blockbuster exclusive competition game. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So that card goes for what, $700 on a good day?
Now people want it for 1,000.
Yeah. That's like your holy grail, right?
Yeah, that guy's selling it for 2,000
The card for 2,000
with the authentic card or whatever that he got from the thing,
yeah.
and he got the letter and he got the jacket, but he's buying them all separate. I mean, like he's selling them separate.
Oh, it's not $2,000 for everything?
Nah, $2,000 for the cart and $1,000 for the letter, and then $800 for the jacket.
Just buy it all, Doyle. Dude, you could wear the jacket, hold the card, just, bro, you could, and then you could play the game, get the high score. What if you have the high, you know what I saw selling for crazy right now is the Nintendo competition carts, 150, 130,000, 120,000. Buy it now. Well, there's only like 30 of them, the gray, and then there's the gold or whatever. I'm not into that. See, that's the difference with me and this collecting shit. I have no, like, I just don't have anything inside me that's like, yo, buy a Nintendo competition cart. What the fuck? For what? It doesn't do it for me, bro. It just doesn't. And it's not really, look, it's the price too. It's $150,000. I'm not acting like that's ridiculous for anything. For a car, you can buy a house for $150,000. It's just like, I really hope the guy that buys that is a real game enthusiast and really has like games, like he plays games. I feel like once you get to that level, you know what I mean? I don't think you're really a gamer anymore.
Trophy shit.
You're
right?
just buying shit, yeah, maybe as an investment, or which is fine. I mean, I get it and that's cool. At the end of the day, good. I want all this shit to skyrocket in price. I love it. I love this shit going up in price. I love a lot of people that sold their collections and they're really mad about it, trying to act like the markets are going down, that the games, yeah, there's dips, spikes, there's peaks, valleys. It goes up and down, bull market, bear market, whatever the fuck you want to call it. At the end of the day, they're collectibles that were only made year to year, and that was 20 plus, 30 plus years ago in some cases, and there's less of them every day, and gaming is continuing to climb. It's more popular than it ever was. People are interested in the history, especially people that are 25, 35, 40 years old. So I think it's a safe market. But luckily, I never got into it for the money. I got into it because I love this shit and slowly started realizing, wow, some of this shit actually went up in price a lot. So I don't know. I think at the end of the day, I mean, one day I'll wake up and sell all this shit. And I don't really see it, but if it ever have to, I know I'm getting a 40+% return on my money. So, yo, shout out, by the way, Mr. Throwback. You feeling this?
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
This is a dope, right? My boy Mike over at Mr. Throwback, New York City. He's originally from Long Island, Belmore, if I'm not mistaken. Belmore is a town over from where I grew up in Massapequa. Belmore train station Friday nights, ill car shows. But you like this shirt? Hit up Mr. Throwback.
It could have been Monstars Monday.
But they're not Monstars.
I know.
They're not Monstars. That's old school Taz. That's old school Bugs. Remember they did the backward shirt thing? This is kind of a play on that. And he sells a bunch of dope vintage sportswear. Like real dope shit, man. Real vintage, starter jackets, all that. So definitely check out my boy, Mike, over at Mr. Throwback. I think it's Mr. Throwback NYC on Instagram. All right, motherfuckers. Round three. Give me a topic.
All right, so we got the old games that you think deserve a remake.
Well, I mean, we talk about this often. I always start off by saying Metal Gear Solid, PlayStation. Can you imagine Final Fantasy VII style, Resident Evil style remake Metal Gear Solid? That's my number one game that I want to see. You have Onimusha, which is a great game, Capcom game. I would like to see. That's PS2. I'm trying to think, any kind of Ninja Gaiden. Is it Ninja Gaiden or Gaiden? Ninja Gaiden. It's Gaiden. I'm going with Gaiden. Gun to your head, you die if you're wrong. Gaiden.
For real?
Yeah. You think it's Ninja Gaiden? No. It doesn't sound right. So I'd like to see those kind of games be remade. I don't know specifically if I want to see, like, I was thinking of like Dino Crisis and stuff, but I'm like, it's so unrealistic because it's such a niche game that in Capcom, like, I don't think so. They can't really remake Street Fighter or Marvel vs. Capcom 2. You kind of got to just leave that the way it is. Silent Hill would be a good one. Like full on Silent Hill remake. You know what would be dope? If they did a remake of a series. They didn't say shit, just Silent Hill franchise, boom, box set, $200, every game remastered. That would be sick. Trying to think, is there anything else? They can't remaster really like 16-bit games, right? What can they do? Clean them up? But I guess an emulator would do that. Or Mario 64. See, Ocarina of Time, Mario 64, those kind of things I want to see, but on like the Unreal Engine, like when they do those tech demos online, that's what I want. Because honestly, you could just make an entire business out of remastering games. You don't even have to release new ones.
James Bond?
Oh, GoldenEye. Yeah, but they have the GoldenEye Source on PC that I have. I've shown it to you. It's like a remake. It's like a fan remake of GoldenEye. The music is remastered. It's beautiful. The visuals are great. It's a little quirky. The servers are a little weird, but it's great.
Oh, they remade Sonic, remember? That's kind of like a 8-bit, 16-bit thing, right? Oh,
you mean Sonic Mania? Is that what you're talking about? Well, that's not a remake. That was actually a new game, and it was done well. And yeah, it was ran at 60 frames, and it looked really clean, but it was still in that art style, which is fine. I actually have a Sonic Mania Plus sealed on PS4 for no reason with the slipcase and the little gold card. I don't know what I was thinking. It's stupid. Or maybe the gold card came in the collector set, because I have that too. I got really hype about that. I bought the collector set with Sonic and he's standing on the Genesis. That was cool. I have that over there. It looks pretty dope. Any games you want to see remade that hasn't been?
Well, supposedly there's one thing that's pissing me off is the Final Fantasy VII is not going to be the whole thing. It's just
it's in series or whatever chapters.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. There's some people, get your cash. You want the money? A cash strap. Nah, don't worry about it. It'll be all right.
I want to see Super Mario RPG remade.
So that's like a 16-bit game, but you want to see it be like brought to life. They tried to do Link's Awakening, right, on the Switch.
No, that shit was nice.
What is it called now? But is it something different? Or it's just Link's Awakening? They fucked that up. No, they should have made it more like it looks like Animal Crossing people. And they just waddle around. Like, I like the OG one better. I know. Whatever. What other games would be dope to be remade? I'm trying to think. Imagine Dreamcast games got remakes. Because Dreamcast games still hold up today. If there was just enough, just made it better. I guess Shenmue is one, but it's not a remake. It's a new game. But damn, I would kill for some fucking like old school Unreal Tournament and shit. Quake.
What about Doom?
Yeah, Doom. But Doom is already remade in
Doom. Get the new shit?
Doom Eternal.
Legacy? Yeah, that one, right?
Dude, I have every Doom ever. I have Doom fucking VR with the gun.
Get that one?
What, the new one? Yeah. I already have Doom VR. That's been out. It's dope. All right, give me another topic.
All right, so we got talk about more gaming memories growing up.
I could go there forever. What's a good gaming memory randomly that I have? I talked about the Philips CDI. That was funny. Actually getting one, my mother buying one at Nobody Beats the Wiz in Sunrise Mall. What else was a good one? I told this story about Metal Gear Solid when I rented it, and then I returned the rental early, and the guy didn't understand why. And I was like, I'm going to buy my own. And I rode my fucking bike all the way up fucking Hempstead Turnpike to Funkoland and bought my own copy just to go home and finish it. That's real G shit. That's how you knew I was in love with that game. I mean, that's... I remember having with my cousin Keith, shout out to Keith, me and my cousin Keith, he's a little older than me, we used to have some epic FIFA matches back in the day. Like, we were complete assholes to each other. Like, if you scored a goal, it was like a 45-second celebration. I would just be in his face with the Jordan fist. I remember always doing the Jordan fist. And he would do the same thing to me. Like, we used to have some of my best memories of that are every year my family would take our big ass conversion van and my father would drive and we would go from Long Island to right here to Florida. And we'd go and stay at Orange Lake Country Club and Resort and then go to fucking Disney and all that shit. But I didn't care about any of that. I cared about the road trip. I'm a road trip guy, bro. So we had this giant 1993 conversion van, aqua green with plush aqua fucking velour seats. the wood grain paneling, the little CRT TV, a VCR, and we used to put our game systems in there. And then when portable DVD players first came out, I'm talking about these things were like $700, and my mom was such an electronics freak. My dad went to Fortune Offs and bought her an AudioVox 5.5-inch screen portable flip open DVD player, $700. $700. It was like cutting edge shit. Putting that in the back of that van and playing anything from like, well, on that screen specifically, because that was a little later, I would play NBA Street. That was the funnest. Remember getting the power up and then dunking? Bro, I can't tell you how many fucking hours straight, 10 hours straight, driving in the back of that van. The back seats went down to a queen size bed. So the whole thing would fold down. We would just put like 2 comforters on it. And it would just be me and my cousin in the back. And then like I'd have 2 other cousins or a friend or my aunt and then my mom and dad were in the 2 front seats. So it was mom, dad, aunt, cousin, me, cousin. But the back seat was a full king size, queen size bed electronically. Bro. And then we'd have the TV in the corner of it. And we would just lay down. Bro. Best times of my life. Fucking eating chips, drinking soda, fucking just driving down fucking, we're in Virginia, we're in fucking Georgia. We'd stop. We'd always go to this place in Carolinas called South of the Border. You ever heard of South of the Border?
Yeah.
Bro, going to South of the Border was the best thing ever. And then there was this cigar shop right near it. Then there was this dope ass sporting goods store. It was like a mom and pop store. I remember when the Panthers were a brand new franchise, Carolina Panthers, and I got this fucking fire. I have so many pictures of it. Carolina Panthers dope ass fucking crew neck. Like it was the silver helmet with this panther coming. It was so 90s, bro. I know. But those road trips, and we did that from when I was like I don't know, 7 years old, 6 years old till I was like 18. Every single year, because it was a timeshare, we would fucking get in the fucking van and drive to Florida. My dad's done that drive. God bless him. My dad, that's a 17-hour drive, 18-hour drive if you do it straight, but we would stop usually. And my dad would just be up there smoking his Lucky Strikes, listening to fucking Rush Limbaugh. And we had the sound system in there. You could separate the sounds. So the AM radio would only work on his speakers. But that's where I fell in love with radio. The reason I love doing this is because of that. There was other road trips where it was just me and my dad, but listening to talk radio, I didn't even know what the guy was talking about. Some old white people, Republican bullshit, Rush Limbaugh going off, blah, 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 and I didn't care. I just thought it was so cool, and I loved how he would say something so important or whatever, and then he would do the pause, the radio pause. It's so important. It makes you fucking listen closer. You do a pause in between stuff. I just picked up all these nuances and stuff, so I had really good times with that shit, and video games were a big part. And my dad's number one rule, we used to watch movies in the back on the VCR. We weren't allowed to watch a movie he hadn't seen yet because he couldn't hear the audio and get pissed, and nothing with cop sounds because he didn't like the sirens. He would think cops are following him or something because we're blasting this shit. He's just driving. Man, what the fuck, bro? I had such a good childhood, bro. I don't ever complain about mine. My parents were so good to me. Best childhood ever. It's important. You know what I mean? I don't know. I have no aspiration to have any kids and give them those experiences. I don't know why I don't, but I don't. I know I'm selfish, but at least I know, and I don't get into something and then go, oh, I don't want this, and then fuck up some life. I'm not into that.
So you played the PS2 on that road trip?
Yeah. So that was like later. That was the N years. Because we were in there with NES first, and then fucking my Genesis and my SNES, and then we brought PS1. But PS2 was like the final, because the PS2 was brand new. It just came out. I remember playing, we were playing the Volume 1 NBA Street, and I was playing Gran Turismo 3. Gran Turismo 3 nonstop, and then Madden, whatever Madden was out then. I think Marshall Faulk was on the cover.
Oh.
That was a good one. The Greatest Show on Turf. That was dope. Yeah, but we played, man, dude. I can't, it's amazing to think that, there was chunks of 8-10 hour plus driving, and I was just zoned the fuck in on that, bro. But those are the greatest times, because then you're really purely just gaming. You have not another care in the world. You're in a fucking car driving down the fucking 1,300 mile drive to Florida, You're somewhere in Virginia and you're just locked in with your headphones on.
You're not worried about getting a ticket.
Nothing. You're not worried about anything. And that's what some of the beautiful thing about being a kid and not having responsibilities, and like you were just cared about what you're going to eat next, or what we're doing, or what game am I playing next, or when are we going to get to this fucking hotel that we're going to stay at. And, you know, I even had great memories of that. Like, I used to bring in my systems and put them in the hotel. And my dad used to get so pissed. He's like, when is it enough? He would, you just played for fucking 9 hours in the fucking van. Now I can't even watch the fucking news. You got to bring in your fucking, yeah. That was cool. All right. Any other topics, or are we shutting it down?
No, well, you could do that in your car now, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not the same thing. I'm not going on road trips, and I don't care.
You can play Hyperzone Heist on your...
I know, but it doesn't matter. It's a novelty. It's not me in the fucking backseat as a fucking 10-year-old. Anyway, we got any more topics, or are we shutting it down? What are we doing?
All right, so we got a couple more topics here. All right, so HDMI adapters for the old school consoles.
You know what? In the last year or two, there's been a huge market for them. Usually it was like a unicorn. They didn't work, or all they would do is pass through the signal. Yeah, it might show up on your flat screen, but it's not upgrading the quality. It's just letting the 480p signal hit your TV and show up. There's a lot of converters like that. They're just taking the signal and putting it to your TV. There are ones that actually legitimately will upscale. That company that I use, which I conveniently forget, the one I have on my OG Xbox, the one I have on, I think, PS2. There's a GameCube one now, I think he showed me, but I don't know if it's from that same company. The one on the Xbox is unbelievable.
That one's legit.
I mean, it's great. Now, Xbox, certain games can output that signal. If your system just simply can't output it, it'll upscale a little, but it's not going to change your life. A lot of people just want to be able to play it on their flat screen. You know? So, I think they're good, and I like the price point. Most of them are about $30, I think.
Yeah, what about the FIFA Street, though?
Well, that game is specifically 1080p. Or 1080i, I think it is, actually.
That's not bad.
Well, I know it is, but that game is specifically that. There's only about 4 or 5 Xbox games that can run 1080i, 720p, 1080i. To me, the Dreamcast, I haven't tried the HDMI one, but I've done my VGA one. Looks great. The VGA, and then we're gonna do that too. By the way, on Wednesday when we shoot the vlog, the first vlog, it's gonna be at home. We're gonna shoot that. We're gonna do the kitchen setup. I want to redo that. I got 2 flat screens that are in my master bedroom that I don't use, 46 and 50 inch. And every once in a while, I do the random kitchen setup where I'll put them on the table in the kitchen and we'll hook a bunch of systems up. We're going to hook up the Pandora's key so we get the arcade shit going. Then we're going to do the Dreamcast VGA because that Sony TV still has VGA. It's the last one ever made with VGA. Thank God. So I hooked the Dreamcast up to that Sony. God, it looks so fucking good. So that'll be fun experience. We'll set all that up. But yeah, those HDMI adapters are great. Once again, I would do some research on which ones. But all right, next topic.
Well, the Xbox One is the actual cable. It's not like an adapter.
Well, most of them, the ones I talk about, are just cables. They're just whatever the back is to HDMI.
Yeah, because most of the time I see adapters.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if that's good, right?
Fuck the adapters.
All right, so we got do a live stream and talk about best way to buy retro video games.
Well, I'm not going to do a live stream. We're doing a fucking podcast right now, so that's good enough. The best way to buy retro video games...
We could go live. I could go live now.
No, you can go live and I can kill you live. So shut the fuck up and let me talk. Yeah, I guess you could go... eBay is not a bad place. I know I love people that shit on eBay. It's like, what are you guys talking about? It's all the good shit in the world in a central location. Yeah, you're going to pay a premium every once in a while, but if you're on it long enough and you snipe shit, it's cool. Like, eBay's great. I have no problem with eBay. You could do these other apps. You could do your Facebook local marketplace. You could do Macari, and I don't know. I just feel like every once in a while you find something cool, but if people are putting that shit on there, it's because they know what it's worth and they're trying to get their money for it. Like, no one's going to be like, oh, here's a sealed Sega Saturn in box. I was just in my garage. Someone come over, give me $10. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, bro. I don't know what else to say or how else to put it. Like, could it happen? I guess so. Will it take you 20 million years of checking a fucking app every day? Yeah, if that's worth it to you, like I always tell people, you can either spend your life looking for the shit, or you can compromise, pay up for it, have it and enjoy it, and worry about selling it later on. Some people are such a thrill of a hunt people that they don't care about the product, they care about the hunt. That's cool. I want the product. It's cool, yeah, I know, it's cool. You pull up to a thrift store unsuspectingly, and you end up with a $500 rare gaming item that you paid $5 for. Cool. Super rare, not going to happen often. Not enough to spend your life doing. And do you really want this shit, or you just want to be able to tell the story that you found it? So you got to decide that first. Then once you decide you want to actually be a real collector and get your own personal collection of like what you love, well, start doing research, start finding prices, go on fucking eBay, that kind of shit. Local friends, I let people, my family and friends, they know me. I'm the retro guy. I get phone calls from a family friend of a friend of a friend saying that they had something in their closet for years, and sometimes they just mail me shit. That's cool. I mean, I'm cool with that. But you got to put that out there. You got to let people know you're a collector. So one of the greatest parts about Instagram is the network I built up of people that know that I'm a collector. So they know, like, hit me up when they have something they want to sell, and at least I get first right of refusal. Nah, it's too much money, or nah, I'm good. Same thing with selling stuff. Now that I got a little more into selling some of my overflow, man, thank God I did all that networking. It's pretty simple. Probably easier than it should be. Hey, bro, would you be interested in this? Some people flake, some people don't. Bro, next thing you know, yeah, just send it to friends and family. Boom, PayPal, done. Ship it out the next day, done. I love that. So,
not goods and services.
Not goods and services, people. Friends and family. Let's get your fucking life together, please. Someone just sent me a sizable amount of money in goods and services, and my PayPal's like, what? No one's ever sent you this. Goods and services? We're going to hold your money for 21 days.
The feds.
Yeah, man. Send it friends and family, motherfuckers. Damn. Fucking kills me, man. But anyway, I think we'll shut down the show from here. Great episode. Had some good discussions. Keep a lookout for the vlog. If it doesn't happen on Wednesday, it's because Doyle didn't show up. Blame him for all the wrong shit that goes wrong with the show. You okay with that?
Better late than never.
Are you committing to Wednesday?
What time?
Be at my house by noon. We'll do a vlog for a couple hours. We'll film some fuckery. We'll edit it. It should be up Wednesday night. I'll give you to the nighttime.
Oh, okay.
Cool?
Word.
That's legally binding. Okay. You sure?
I got it.
Okay.
We got it.
Next time, ladies and gentlemen, you see us, we'll be vlogging it up. Cool?
Yes, sir.
Until next time, peace.